Those are some of the problems that now, like as the speaker spoke about the girl thinking about the boy in the class. Well, that thing there has caused very many girls in this Uganda, making them to fail the enable examinations, mostly those PLE classes, like you have P7 and P6. That's where these emotional changes mostly affect the students at schools. Thank you.
In addition to that, the issue of girlfriends and boyfriends has made many students to drop out from schools and has made a lot of cases of defilement, rape, and early marriage.
By the way, when you talk about the early marriages, recently here the man has been chased here because of making a girl pregnant. And that girl, because when the mother realized that she was pregnant, she contributed a lot of her impacts on the poor performance of her education. But before I go any further, allow me to go through another key point question. How does the students' inadequate support from home lead to poor performance of the academics?
Thank you once more. Yes. The students' inadequate supply of scholastic materials leads to poor performance in the following ways. Assuming, like, I'm a student, I'm a boarder. Take for instance, I'm a boarder. I've come to school, like here we take 12 we do 12 subjects as written in once. I've come to school. My parent knows well that we do 12 subjects. They have given me 5 books. They have given me 2 pens. Sugar, a quarter kilogram. Soap, a quarter bar of soap. And they tell me seriously, you should go to school and learn. Focus on those scholastic materials you've given you. You should finish with them a term, no visitation. This will affect the student's performance in which way? A student will be in class studying. In the beginning days, he or she will study very well. But when he starts consuming her things, or when the things get over, she will be in class but not concentrated. Then she will be teaching. When time is towards break, then she will be teaching. She will be thinking about, now what am I going to eat during break time? My friends will be eating, me I will be there starving. What am I going to do? That will cause a poor performance because all his attention is on break time. But when this child is given enough, or is given almost enough to come with at school, she will be able to perform well. How? She'll say, no, what am I lacking? No. Have all the scholastic materials, I'm provided with pocket money, I'm provided with books, pens. What? Let me concentrate. She will sit comfortably, and then she will be teaching, paying attention. Even though they ask a question, she'll be able to reply or to comply, say, I know that question. But when she's lacking, I tell you, she won't be able to perform well, and that will contribute to a poor performance. Thank you.
Yeah, and you talked about children being dry season, like in Kayas, when the person lacks. You see, when students, and then I see at school when they're in Kayas and they lack something in the box, they're like, when will they ring the bell? Moreover, the teacher is teaching and someone's just waiting. When are they going to ring the bell? I may go for that question. Seriously demanding for it. So the child will not concentrate and the child will end up failing.
Yeah, even the mind will be at portion. In addition to that, even that causes theft in schools. Yeah. Because the child they might have given up 5 books, like how she said. They might have given him or her 5 books. She reach a school that they're saying they have in 12 subjects, I have 5 books. The option not to do is to go and steal. And even like sometimes even you might be blaming the people who steal each other, but the background at home is that leading him or her to steal at school.
Furthermore, delay of school fees payment by the parents can be some cause which makes students to perform poorly in classes. When the parents delay to pay school fees for the child may be chased home to pick school fees, and hence he or she will miss a lot of content which can be even set in the end of term examination. And remember that what the teacher says out of the absence of the learner, it may not be understandable to the learner, because even if the learner tries to read and revise it, he or she will fail to understand, leading to poor poor performance?
You see, in this new curriculum we are in, there is need for a learner to understand what the teacher is teaching more than the learner being in absence of the teacher. Some things the teacher can just talk, but when they can help you to make your notes when you're in the paper alone in an examination room. So that can help too much to the learner if a learner attends classes. Thank you.
In addition to that, what my friend spoke about Kayas. Yesterday I just witnessed in our dormitory there where we sleep, a friend of mine was arranging his box, but his mind was not even in his box, was looking in other directions, but he ended up eating the soup that was in the box, and he thought that was eating berenge. So I just witnessed that my friend's crying. I tried to ask him. Then later he told me that he had eaten soup. Thank you. That's also what I can add on that.
By the way, when you talk about that, I remember when always I'm at home, my parents try to say that they always ask that do you the learners of today, you go to school to eat or to study? But in actual sense, at school you use a lot of energy, because first of all the brain itself, it is disturbed by the calculation of the math subject. We talk about physics, we talk about the chemistry. Therefore, this, even the body itself, when like you go for the PE practicals in the field, you come back when you have muscle pulls, it will force you to go back and you hunt for the remaining daddies in a box. That's what made you, I think, even that is trying to eat the soup. If I go to any other, I would like to say that even when you talk about inadequate scholastics, when a student or the learner is entering for the paper, it is not unfair or it looks disturbance to his brain, because first of all, as he's entering, he's thinking that as I'm entering, whose rule am I going to use? As I'm entering this paper, I'm going to fail this paper. First of all, his brain will be disturbed at all that this paper that I'm going to do, I'm going to fail. Because first of all, he even starts thinking that my parents don't love me. My brothers and sisters, they dislike me, they stole my set. But in actual sense, it is that it contributes to the failure of his results, because he will be worried, and when he goes into the paper, instead of answering the paper, his mind will be remaining on focusing on that. So, and I want to go to further, and I believe as the guests we have talked about about these effects, and I believe with an effect we have the solutions to help our dear learners outside there and the viewers to know what are the steps, what are the merits of them knowing to overcome these effects, so that they accomplish their education, so that they reach to their goals. Before going any further, allow me to say that what are the possible solutions to all the effects of poor performance at schools?
Thank you. I'll begin by some of the effects of poor performance in schools. For example, peer pressure. We have negative peer and positive peer. When at school you have a negative peer, that one will only teach you about smoking and other drug abuse styles. But if you have a positive peer, that one will have to advise you on the learning styles. And on the way to improve that, they should seek for guidance and counseling. Because when you have gone for guidance and counseling, the teachers will take that time to explain to you what are the effects of drug abuse, and if you continue using drugs, what will happen to you. That one will resolve the problem of drug abuse. And then another one is improving on the instructions. We have some teachers who give students very harsh instructions. If the teacher comes with a very harsh instruction, the student may not be able to understand the instruction. When a teacher comes with a fair instruction, the student will be able to understand and will end up passing. Thank you.
I wanted to first add on that point of peer pressure. In our nearby school here, we have students who move in groups. If you find them on their way, then they can beat you. Others have names, team no sleep, team no what. So such groups here, they can make a child not to concentrate. Now they tell to themselves, now if I learn, what if I don't get a job? What if what? Now for such a child to be helped, you must have something like guiding and counseling that will counsel this child that I know that studies can help me in this way, that in my future, if I learn, my future will be secured. If I learn, I will be in a good way, in a good condition. My family shall be well. Thank you.
In addition to that, I'd like to say that what will contribute to the improvement of students at school in performance is we as students, we should seek for guidance and counseling.
Yeah.
If you are passing through anything which is difficult for you, you should go to any teacher whom you trust and you tell him, that sir, I'm passing through this situation. Do you have any way or any solution for it? I believe that teachers are mature. He or she can be able to tell you anything. And furthermore, we should be able to go and consult.
Yes.
If you've not understood in class, you should, like for example, break time. You get a book, a pencil, you go and consult the teacher who has taught you that subject. Oh, if you're not in position to understand that very teacher, most schools have many teachers. You go to another teacher of that very subject and he or she may explain for you. Or if not, consult from your fellow student. You will understand more and you'll be able to perform well than before. Thank you.
Yes, and about what she has talked about, this guidance and counseling. Yes, we should go for guidance and counseling, but I encourage the government to employ sophisticated teachers. Like a person who's sophisticated is a person who's experienced. Like if you're experienced in something, you know what you're doing, the guidance and everything, of course the learners will be able to understand. So I think that's what the government should do. And also about these solutions, these inadequate supplies, from the parents, I think again the government should help these children. You see nowadays the greedy parents. When the government is giving sponsorship, you find the parent has money to pay for the child's school fees, but they don't want exactly to pay for the child the school fees. The parent is like, they're giving sponsorship, let me take my child, and pretends to be poor so that the child may get that sponsorship. That's not right. I think this time around the government should look for those people out there in villages who really lack, so that they may help them and also they can study without any psychological torture. They may study well and perform well. That's all.
Furthermore, in order for the students to perform properly, for example, like in new curriculum now, we need to cooperate with each other. We have fast learning students and slow learning students. Now, if for you see that you are low, you should go and seek to a student who is a fast learning student. That one has understood. You should go to that one to explain for you the way the teacher was explaining, such that you'll also understand it better than the way the teacher left you. Thank you.
In addition to that, also if the student wants to improve his or her performance, it can also just depend on the attitude. The attitude may be either positive or negative. The positive attitude may be consulting of teachers, consulting of your fellow friends, and just having discipline in class. So if a learner who has the above positive attitudes will be able to perform well in class, because he or she will consult the teachers, unlike the others who have the negative attitudes like fighting, stealing. They will not have time to concentrate on their books, so they will fail when they bring exams. Thank you.
In conclusion, I advise the learners to know much about the friends they are moving with. Many learners fail because of their friends, their groups they are in. I advise them to join friends who like discussion, find after lessons, friends are discussing in class, not to join learners who don't like discussion. I also advise them to always pray, to be God-fearing, and they should also learn how to read the Bible and also read their books.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would want to add on that. I would say that now, like these learners who have disabilities, I would ask the government as you to help them, like these learners who don't hear, to help them that they can get the people who are available, who must teach them, that they should employ more, that they can help them. Now, like these ones who don't, the lame people. Last year I heard that there is a lame who got 4 aggregates in P7. So that is not enough. We need that the government can add in more effort so that we can see that these people also can add in. That these people, they can perform more than that. Even we should get more people, like not only one. We need something like 100 of them performing. And I should also advise. I wanted to also advise the learners that if you are to get a person to help you, get a person you know that is God-fearing. He can help you in this, and that if you have a problem, can advise you and tell you, you know what, this is the problem, so we should do this and this. We should pray, or we should go and seek guidance and counseling, or we should go to the senior women teacher to help us in this. That any teacher, you can feel like you're free. Thank you.
In addition to that, I would like to advise parents that when their children are coming to school, they should give them enough scholastic materials in order not to engage themselves in coupling, stealing, and not paying attention in class. And also, I would like to advise my fellow learners that when they are coming to school, they should make their own plans, or they should be ambitious, knowing that, like me, in future I want to be this, I want to be a lawyer. If you want to be a lawyer, what should I do to become a lawyer? That person will be able to concentrate in class, knowing that I should become a lawyer, I should do this to become a lawyer. If she or he is playing, her mind will call her that you want to become a lawyer, so don't play. She will be able to write in class, or she will be able to pay their attention, and that will contribute to her, and that will improve her performance. Knowing that when I play, I won't be able to become a lawyer. But when I seek for guidance and counseling, I consult teachers, I be obedient and disciplined, I will be able to become what I want in the future. Thank you.
And in addition to that, please parents, if you're at home and you have like quarrels with your husband, please don't just dispose it to your children. Like when the children are at school, let your quarrels will finish them at home when the child is at school. Because if you have quarreled at home, the child is coming at school. Listen, I've left them quarreling. Now, if I go back at home, what will have happened at home? That will lead to psychological torture. But if a parent says, if like you have quarreled, the child is back, ask that, how are you parents? I'm fine. Even then the child will say, my parents now okay, I've left them home okay, I've come to school okay. But if like the parents are like, the children are like bring report like they've got moderate, and like, you parents say, now this is what all you have got. But if the child has tried his level best to do that, please parents, let's try to appreciate the learners at school, because here at school students work hard, but also you parents don't give children the negative attitudes, like saying, now my son, you are studying, tomorrow you will not help me. My son, today you are studying, no. But if like you say, my son study, and also parents pray for his children, if you are at home there, don't just be there saying, there is so long as my child prays for himself or herself. Parents, because you parents yourselves, you are the earthly gods on earth we have.
And I wanted to end with telling the children, to advise the children to also respect their parents, because they provide to them. And I should tell the children outside there that let them respect their parents. And I like to end with the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 1 to 7.
In addition to that, the issue of delay of school fees payment by the parents, I'd like to advise them that they may get loans from banks in order to pay for the child's school fees, so that they cannot be chased and they they can emphasize on their books to get a better results.
In addition to that, I would advise my fellow students to learn what we call endurance, because some of them come to school when they don't have eatables, for example, daddies. It may be because their parents never had money. Now, if you come to school, don't now say, I came to school, when I lack things, I concentrate for what? You should learn how to endure such that you can learn in life. Thank you.
In conclusion, to all these solutions to these problems, the best way we could conclude to you out there, our dear viewers and listeners, is to keep peace. Always learn how to behave in a given society, because you cannot live in a given society when you like coupling, when you like abusing, when you don't respect our elders, which will lead to your parent not to pay for your school fees. Because if you don't respect a parent, a parent cannot expect to pay for you school fees. A child who is not responsible, a child who does not respect their parents. Therefore, we need to respect our parents. Another thing I want to talk about is cooperation. You cannot pass exams at school when you don't cooperate. Most especially in this new curriculum, learners pass exams when you cooperate, because you see, God does not bless you with everything, with all those subjects. God bless you with a half, maybe 4 subjects, and the rest you need to consult, you need to seek for help from your friends, whereby it will boost your performance, hence not leading to poor performance. The last thing I want to talk about is for you to promote peace. You should not be a person who likes conflicts. You should not be a person who likes always to go and sneak into your friend's box, to go and always your friend has washed the bed sheet, you go because he annoyed you last day, he denied you his sugar, because you cannot tell me that all of us here, our parents provide us, everyone, with 5 kilos of sugar. Therefore, since for your parent is able to provide to you only 1 kg of sugar, you force yourselves to go and steal. Learn how to create peace by asking for something when you are in need of something. That will help you even to promote the God's 10 commandments. Thank you very much, our dear viewers and listeners. That was the last talks about the topic of the effects of poor performance of students and learners in schools. I would like to say that see you next time. We love you all. Thank you.